Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for heading over here to my channel, Septeria 18. I have some great little mini project ideas using a square paper punch. If you love making little mini projects, these are probably a great little way for you to use your paper scraps as well and your square punches. But before I share with you the little mini projects, I just want to say thank you to those that have been recreating my projects as well as using my tutorials on your channel and sharing them with your subscribers as well. I just wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate that you had mentioned me as well as linking the videos as well and mentioning them to head over to my channel. So I really appreciate it, and thank you again. And I do hope you have been enjoying making the projects as well. But let me go ahead and share with you these really cute little mini projects. So these are the two punches that I have. These are the only two that I have actually in the sizes that I have. I haven't really been using the square punches for most projects. So I thought I'll give it a go and see what I can make other than just punching out the little square shapes. So the two that I have here, this size here it's a very small one, and I've had this for such a long time. I've never really used it. It's roughly about 1/2 inch in size, and this one here is approximately just over 3/4 inch in size. So they're not very large squares, and I'm actually thinking of getting the 1 inch size now that I've made these projects. But with these ones here, you can use any size square punch. So if you have these, they'll be great for you to make these projects. So these are the ones that I've made. Oh, they're just so cute. So what I've made, I'll start with these ones first. I've made some cute little mini file cards. These are just using my scrap papers, and I just randomly measured out the papers. So you can also just make them with any size you want, play around with them to whatever size you want your file folders to be, because it doesn't matter with the square punch, you can still make them to suit. So these are really cute. So you can add these to your journals. You can also gift these. I then made some file shape cards, or note cards, so I thought they were great as well. So I did the same thing and made them into little cards, or you can make them into booklets. So this one opens up that way, and then I also made a couple more long ways, so you can open them that way. So that's another way, or you can have it this way if you like. And this is double-sided paper, so you could also then just decide if you want your file cards that way, or that way. So these are the two that I've made, and I think they were just so cute, and just a cute little project, and just great to add into some of your pocket inserts as well. Again, great as gifts. I then also made some little file page tab dividers for your pages if you like to add these to junk journaling. So these are really cute. And I'll show you how you can make it two ways. What else have I made? I also made some other smaller little mini file cards long ways. And then this one is upright. I just think they're cute. And these are single-sided papers, so use any papers you have. Some of my papers that I use, these are sort of medium weight, not thin scrap paper, but just a little bit like a medium weight paper. These are a little bit more heavyweight paper. So again, you can use anything. You could use book pages, you could use music sheets, a digital printable papers as well. So you can use anything you want. And then I also made a cute little vellum window pocket. I just thought that was cute. That's why I thought I'm going to probably get the 1 inch size square punch, so I can make these into a more larger window, and I can make my pocket bigger as well. But these are so cute, and you can, it's really small, but you can surprisingly fit a few things in it. Let me show you what I have. I don't know, I've got a few bits and pieces here. I don't, let me see what size this is. I will give you the measurements in a minute. This one is just roughly about 2 1/4 inch wide. So like you could, I've got these cute little banner shapes that I had made a while back, and these are really cute. I done a tutorial for you if you want to make these, and that will fit in there nicely. I've got a little cute little tiny tag that would fit nicely in there too. I have another little banner shape embellishment, put that in there. And there is also a cute little mini envelope, teeny tiny envelope. I have these in my shop, these little envelopes, and that will fit perfectly as well. I might put that at the back, so you could just stack them up, and you can see how cute this little pocket full of goodness. And then you can gift this as well. So that's just another cute way to make those. So I'm going to show you how to make that with some vellum. And if you don't have vellum, you could use some tulle if you wanted to do that, or just some clear packaging sheet that you may have from some of your crafting packaging supplies. You can use that as well. I then just played around with another smaller piece of paper to make one of these little, I was trying to make a little Polaroid shape with a little file tab on the top. So that was cute to make. So I made those, and you can also make some bag toppers. I will show you how to make a bag topper as well, if you want to make a bag topper with the punch to decorate your packaging. So I'm going to start with some papers that I've already pre-cut to the same measurements as these ones if you want to use these measurements. But again, you just play around with them with whatever measurements you want. Now let me just put these with each one so I know what I'm making. These papers, I'll put them first. So I think that's for that one. That one's for that one. And that way I'll know what I'm making, and then I'll give the measurements for each project. And I think that's for the page tab. And I know that one's for the little window pocket. I have a couple more here. I think this one is for the little cute little mini file note card. And I've got 2 more of these little ones. What were these for? I think this one may be for that little Polaroid that I just shared, and I just misplaced it. Oh, here we are. So that's for that one. This one must have been for... what did I use this one for? That's for that. I'll just put that aside. I'm not too sure what that was for. I think I've shown you everything, but anyway, so these are for these ones. I'll show you the measurements. So if you want to make these cute little file cards, these are both the same in size. So I did cut 2 out, and you want to cut those papers out at, I'll just use this to measure, 3.5 inches by 5 inches, and that's for these 2. So let's make that one first. I'll put these to the side, and then we'll get to that one once I've finished showing you how to make these. They're really, really easy to make, really easy. So I'm going to grab one, and let's make this one first. That opens that way, or you can have it that way. So all I've done here first, I'm going to grab my paper, and then I'm going to grab the 3/4 inch circle square. If you have this one, you can also still use this one. And what I'll do is I will make this one with this one, just so you can see that you can use any shape. So I'm just going to grab the paper. So along that 3.5 inch side, I'm just going to turn it this way. I've even made some markings here just so I know where the half mark is around the square. So I've just done that. So I'm just going to slide that in, eyeballing it sort of in the middle of the edge of the paper. So I've kind of centered it halfway. You see where I've got the marking, and that's where I'm going to punch there. And then I'm going to put that to, you can always use these for embellishing. So that's what that looks like. Now with what you want to do now, this is going to be facing this way because that's where the tab is. But again, it doesn't matter if you're using double-sided paper. Along here, you just decide where you want your tab. You want on the left or the right. So I'm going to have mine here on the right. So I'm going to remove this part. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut along there or you can use your paper trimmer. I'm going to turn it this way because I cut better on my right side. So I'm just going to cut that like that, as straight as I can. And you can see now it looks like a little tab on the top. So I'm going to turn it around now, so I'm having that on the right. And I'm just going to fold this up and just folding it just below the edge of where I'd made the cut. Just so it looks like a little file card or file folder. And that's it. So if you don't have a corner rounder punch, you can just leave it like this, or you can just cut a little angle there if you like, just to tidy that up. I'm just going to use a corner rounder punch and just do that. And I'm also going to corner round these two. You don't have to. This one, I didn't do that. But on this one here, I had corner round the corners. So again, that's up to you if you want to do that. I'll do that for this one. And so there you have a cute little file card. That's for that one. Now this one here is pretty much the same way, but we're going the opposite way. We're going to open it that way. So I'm going to turn my paper long ways. And in this instance, I'm going to fold the paper first. I mean, you don't have to. But I'm going to fold it just so I know where I want the tab. I don't get confused. So it's going to open this way, and I want the tab the same up the top here. I'm going to use the little one just so you can see that you can use any size. So again, I'm just doing the same thing. Now I'm going to go in about here. So wherever you're going to go in and you're going to punch it, that is how wide your tab is going to be. So if I'm going to go over here, my tab is going to just be from that end to there. So I'm just going to go over here a little bit, and I'm actually going to go halfway. Well, I might go down here. So I just left a little bit there just so I'm able to, that's how far down I want my tab. So that is how deep my tab is going to be. And then I'm just going to remove all of that out. And again, you can use your paper trimmer if you're not comfortable with cutting it with a pair of scissors. I'll just do it quickly this way. So there you have your file card with the fold, and that's on the top. And then again, you can use your corner rounder punch to corner the top as well as the front if you want. So that's that one done. That was easy to do. So again, you can see that you can use any size a square punch. So that one's done. So let's make we'll make these cute little file card, and I'll make this one as well. These two are the same because they're pretty much the same, just different sizes. This one here, if you want to use to make it this size, the paper was 3.5 by 2.5. Really easy. So it's 3.5 inches by 2.5 inches. And again, you just decide where you like your tab. If you want your tab on this side, we are going to do the same thing. We're just going to bring your square punch. I'll use this one. I'm going to go in the middle along the 3.5 inch side of your paper. So the longer side of the paper. I'm just going to go in the middle and do the same thing and punch that out. And then you just have a look and choose where you want the tab. I'll have it on the right side, so I'm going to remove this one. So that's that. I didn't cut it straight, but just tidy that up for you. So that's that. I'll do the same and corner around this one and on this corner. So how cute is that? So that's that one. And this one is exactly the same again, just deciding where you want. I'm going to use the little one for this one. I'll have the tab on the same side on the left, so I'm just going to decide how far I want, how wide I want the tab. Punch out about halfway, so I'm going to have it there. I'm going to remove that side. And I want corner around this one, because you've got the idea. I'll leave this one the same. So I've left that one like that. So then you can write on the back here if you wanted to write a note. So that's that one. Oh, I didn't give you the measurements for this one, sorry. The measurements for that is 2 inches by 2 3/4 of an inch. So yeah, 2 inches, 3 and 2 3/4 of an inch. Right, that one was done. That was pretty easy to make. And to make the file tab, it's really easy. I just cut my paper at 2 inches by 2 inches. I just simply fold it in half. Again, you can use any size square punch that you have. And all I'm going to do along that part where I made the fold, I'm going to grab the little square punch and I'm going to slide it in. And I'm only going to just do 1/4 of the side of the punch. So you can see I'm only going in about 1/4 of an inch. So I've got it lined up with the 2 little black marks sort of there. So I'm going to punch that out. So now it looks like that. I'm going to turn it over this way and do the same on the other side. Trying to line up as best I can. So there you have a file page tab divider. So that is like this one. If you want it like that with the little curve on the corner, oh, like again, I just use a corner rounder punch at the bottom corner on one side and then that side, and that will give me a file tab. I'm gonna bring a piece of paper. Let me just bring this so that can then just get placed along the side of your page, and then you can adhere it down. There you have one of those. So that's for that one. And that's 2 ways you can make it, without the corner round on the corner or without. The next one I'm going to do, I'll do this one. Let's get this one. This one was a little bit awkward to make because I had no room to hold the paper, but I somehow managed to make it work. So with this one, I might, let me just see. Okay, so with this one, first I punched out a square just with any scrap paper because we're going to need that for the template. So we know where we need to punch the square in the middle. And I'm just going to grab some little piece of double-sided tape. I'm just going to tape the back of it here because I'm going to need to use this again for the next project. And then this piece of paper is again 2 inches by the same size. I think I used the wrong size. Might be this one. Nope. Let me just cut this down because I did cut the paper at, so it's 2 inches by 1 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to try and see if I can make this a second time round. I'll just cut that out. Oops. Okay. So on the 2 inch side, I'm going to place my little square template. And I'm going to just place it sort of in the middle, but not right in the center, but just sort of down there a little bit. Try and have it as straight as I can. So that's where I want to punch the square. So this is what I mean. The paper was just a little bit of a tight squeeze. I'll try. So I'm going to just grab this and hopefully I can get that to line up. So maybe I should have made the paper bigger so I can hold it. It worked the first time. Let me just get that in there. Just tap it in. So this one wasn't a favourite one of mine, but I'm determined to get it right now. Hang on. Let me try that again. Okay, I'm not going to get it straight, but let's just punch it out so I'm not wasting too much time fiddling around. Let's get that back in. This is probably not the best project for this one. but I did get it right the first time. Mine's okay. Here we go. Got it. So punch that out. So that is the shape, and then I'm going to just use the little square punch, and again just finding where I want to make the tab. I could just center that, and I'm just going to cut that along here. Just corner around this corner. So that is the little Polaroid shape with the file tab. Got there in the end. So that's why I want the larger size square, so I can make a larger size. So this one here, the final piece, we're going to make the little window pocket. And all I've done here was do the same thing. Grab the little piece that I had just punched out, which I've just must have popped out somewhere. I might just punch out another one. I can't find it. So this one here again, I've just got the paper. Let me just get some more tape. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the paper. This one measures 2 1/4 by 4. So this one measures 2 1/4 by 4 inches. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it up, and you want to fold it not quite all halfway, leaving just a little bit at the top. So I'm just going to go about there. Grab that little template, and I'm going to try and again just place it where I like the window pocket to be. So let's just say I'm going to go there. I'm going to open this back up, slide the punch in. So I have a window now. Grab a bit of vellum, or you can use a tracing paper, anything you, some tulle, and it's just going to get placed in there. Grab some glue, and we're just about done. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to place that window on the back in here. Let's see if I've got that glue. All my glue's dried up. I've let them open while I've been doing these projects. Try to see if I can get a bit of glue. I'm so sorry. It's taking me... I should have been a bit more prepared with the glue. Hopefully I can get it out. 1 second. All right. Hopefully I can get the glue out. Can't get the glue. I'm so sorry about this. Oh goodness. All right, what I might do, I can't get the glue. Let me just grab some double-sided tape, just so you get the idea. If I have some double-sided tape in here, oh, here we are. Okay, I'm just going to use this to give you the idea. So I'm just going to, normally I put glue around the inside, around the border, and then I will adhere the vellum to the glue. So I'm just going to peel these off. 1 second. Okay, so I'll peel that off. So normally I'd glue that, and then I would also glue around the edge here as well, just to make sure that it's going to be nicely sealed. So I'm going to just place that on the back, and then that will give me the window. And you just glue the sides. So try and get the glue, but you will glue, the glue won't come out, but you'll glue that side as well as this side. And once you've got the glue, you're going to then seal that off. And then I just corner around the corners up here, like that. And then you have yourself a window pocket, library pocket, just like this one. So these are the projects using these square punches. Sorry it took me a little while to do this last project, but I hope you give this a go if you have the square punches. If you don't have the square punch, you can just use a pair of scissors, and all you do is you just cut along the edge and then you just cut up here, and then you've got yourself a little file tab. So if you don't have that, you can definitely still use some scissors. So again, thank you everyone for your patience with my last project, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you everyone again. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.